Hi, my name's Andrew. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to focus on Middle East seed capital investors, and this is a series of videos on investor profiles that are part of my Middle East fundraising database. The guide to Middle East capital includes the following. It has 325 company names, key contacts, the type of business, sectors of potential investment interest, websites, company emails, key contact emails, and key outreach strategy points. And the database will be delivered in Excel spreadsheet format. Some key database statistics: about 185 or 57% of the companies are based in the UAE. 60 companies are based in Saudi Arabia, and 125 companies are either venture capital, private equity, or angel investor groups, so that's about 40%. This is the best database for first-time fundraising in the Middle East. This video highlights TechInvest.com in Saudi Arabia, and they are one of 325 venture capital, private equity, angel groups, and investment companies in my exclusive Middle East fundraising database. Company snapshot: they're based in Saudi Arabia and they're classified as an investment company and venture capital firm. Their focus is on technology and fintech. And company description: TechInvest.com is a Saudi technology investment company established in 2005. They invest in growth stage tech startups in KSA and the MENA region. Their investor approach and strategy: TechInvest.com is a closed stock Saudi company with a committed capital of 1 billion riyals, specializes in investing in MENA-based tech startups in the growth stage. Focused on long-term collaboration, the firm continues to use support to portfolio companies, ensuring that they reach their full potential. Company expertise: they're sector agnostic, yet with a preference for B2B, SAS, fintech, and proptech, insurtech, IoT, analytics, health tech, and logistics. TechInvest.com targets companies ranging from Series A to B with opportunistic seed investments. Investment types include venture investment in early stage innovative companies and strategic PE for larger, mature companies beyond the growth stage. Geographic reach: TechInvest.com concentrates on MENA-based tech startups, offering a diverse portfolio strategically aligned with new investments. The extensive network spans various industries with active shareholders in banking, transportation, retail, F&B, hospitality, real estate development, and heavy industries. The team's unique perspective, global market growth expertise, and hands-on support ensure an effective and smooth journey for portfolio companies. And here are some of their previous investments. Some potential investment opportunities to approach them with, and you're going to see in my database in the Excel spreadsheet part where I use all 325 companies and provide 2 or 3 areas that you could look at potentially targeting. And this is based on their previous investment patterns and existing philosophy. It also includes press releases they've done, previous investments, and other investments in companies that are in this similar sector. So these are not areas that they're going to invest in today or tomorrow, but they may be ones that would be good targets for you based on their previous history. And in this case, it could be private equity, real estate, financial services, and fintech. One of the key benefits of my Middle East database is that it includes tips for investor outreach. And this is great if this is the first time you're going to be marketing towards clients in the Middle East. It's really important to build relationships with clients in the Middle East, and in other words, you should be starting at associate, investment advisor, or director levels rather than sending your material or your first email out to CEOs and chairmen. Now, the database does have a lot of contacts at the CEO and chairman level, and you're going to see that a little bit later on in the video. So the database is really plugged full of great contacts, but it's also made so that you can start to make contacts at the lower levels so that you can gain some trust with them. So when your opportunity to start your formal fundraising, or to send out that big investor portfolio presentation, you've already made some contacts and you can reference that when you are contacting their CEOs or their chairmans. Now, key outreach touch points, for example, if you know who the contact already is, in this case, you could say, witnessing Tech Invest passion for innovative ventures in tech. Our venture is geared towards your focus on digital transformation. So it shows the company that you've already done a bit of research. You should not spam these contacts. These are high-level contacts in the Middle East for fundraising. It's a database that is very rare in the market, so you have to use it well. Now, if you don't know who the contact is, I've also got tips for that. For example, I've got a lot of HR contacts in here, and they're great people to send your initial email out if you've never sent the company an email. For example, your subject heading could say engagement with Tech Invest, and your key initial email approach line may include, we're looking into initiatives that could align with your direction. Who is the best contact at your firm that can assist us further? Now, by sending out an email like that, it's going to help you create a database of key contacts at many levels, and that's really, really important. And it also helps you explore the focus of the company and understand their internal process when it comes to receiving investment opportunities. This is really crucial. When I was working in the Middle East, I helped develop our company database, and we were a large real estate advisory firm that dealt with very high-end, ultra-high net worth contacts, both on the buy side and the sell side. In other words, we helped ultra-high net worth clients and companies invest, and we helped them when it came to the selling of their assets. So we worked on both ends of the spectrum. Now, we were working on behalf of these groups, and for example, real estate assets ranged anywhere from $50 million to $250 million. So it's really important that you are sending the opportunity to the right person, whether it's on the buy side or the sell side. Building relationships matters in the Middle East, so this database is really going to help you to do your first fundraising campaign. So let's take a look at the database. So now we're over on the database section, and this is the Excel spreadsheet that includes all the contacts in the Middle East Capital database. And as you can see on the very top, we've got 325 companies. We have their country, description of the firm, their main business interests, their websites, and they've all been verified. And of course, this database will be suitable for all of 2024. I also have included their investment targets, 1 and 2 and 3. So those are based on information that is publicly known, information that is on their websites of different investments and types of sectors that they will look at. So again, this database is really meant for people who are building a larger data set of Middle East companies to either approach for funding or to possibly promote their products to, because there's a blend of venture capital, private equity, family investment offices, and investment companies, and high-profile companies in the UAE that are led by UAE nationals. So it's a really great database for companies that really want to get a very good look at some of the key parties in the Middle East when it comes to raising capital. It also has their investment territory, which includes whether they're just looking at either the Middle East or whether they're looking MENA or whether they're looking global. I've also included their key real estate assets. If they're investment companies that tend to look at real estate, I've included those as well in this database. Now, it also has, as far as key touch points, it has their company emails, and in some cases it's not available because they want you to actually submit your details via their forum. But I'll get to the key stats a little bit later on, and you also saw that in the initial slide presentation. Telephone numbers and contact numbers. There are 2 what I call primary contacts, and then there's a third, which is the secondary contacts. The key contacts could include CEOs, managing directors, executive directors, and that is the same with the second contact title. You can see operations manager, directors of real estate, presidents, and so on and so on. And the main reason for that is so that you have a senior contact that you can reach out to. You can also check them on LinkedIn to get more details. In many cases, their email addresses have already been included, and I'm going to get to that again when we go to the stats page. And the third email contact tends to be somebody in HR. And the reason I've done that is because this database is very unique in the fact that I include outreach approach tips for each of these firms. There are two types. One is a outreach touch point if you know who the contact is. In other words, if it's been already identified by myself, then you could send them a line that I've included here in all the companies. For example, Saudi has a strong track record in urban development in Kuwait. Would you be interested in a unique investment opportunity that complements your portfolio? And the reason I include these is to help people write their first letters, and also to show you that you should not be spamming this type of list with just a generic email approach talking about your company and the investment opportunity. This allows you to add a little bit of information about them, so whoever receives it is going to know that you did a little bit of work, and it should not be considered a spam. And the second reason here is I've got contact sourcing outreach approach, and this is if you do not know who the contact is. And this is really key because in some cases you may not have a contact, and this is the perfect way for you to introduce yourself. For example, in this case I put subject request for direct contact with investment division, and then as the body of the email may include, I believe you might be the right person to assist me. We're exploring potential investment opportunities that align with Salia's investments vision. Could you direct us to the person or team responsible for evaluating such opportunities? And you can see as I scroll down here, it is included in that type of line. They're all customized, of course. The same with the ones for the direct contacts that are known. They actually talk about something the company has done, something they've invested in, the sectors, or possibly what their company vision is. And this is really going to help you, especially if you're doing first-time fundraising, or if you just want to save time when it comes to your research for these type of firms. That's what makes this database unique. Another thing that makes it unique is it really sticks to mainly the type of companies that are either venture capital, private equity, investment companies. So there's no fluff in here. There's no companies in here that should not be in here. And that is the difference between this database and other databases that are out there that talk about investments and reaching out to other investors. For example, there's very little here when it comes to accelerators. There might be a couple of them, but it's not plugged full of what I would call just garbage contacts. These are really key companies that are perfect for reaching out to, whether you're raising funds or whether you want to present opportunities, whether it's real estate, investment opportunities, and the like. So let's take a look at some of the stats. So the underlying stats are there's 470 firms, 340 prime contacts, 90 third tier contacts, and 90 email contacts when it comes to the third tier. So you're getting about 400 and a little over 450 emails, and the total company emails are 275. So those would be info at, admin at, that sort. So that's a really key overview of the database. Again, this is going to be a series where I'm going to highlight each of the contacts. For more information on this database, contact www.dubaiinvestorslist.com. That's dubaiinvestorslist.com. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe.